Hey everyone, welcome back to Coco's Kingdom. Yes, I am wearing a onesie. Unless it's like 110 degrees outside, it doesn't get warm inside this house. So, today's video, I'm going to be testing water with the API freshwater test kit. And I'll also include the giveaway details at the end of the video. That is blue. She's probably wrestling underneath her. I'm just gonna go over how to use it and how I test my water and some tips and tricks that I know, so when you guys get yours, it's just easier to use the first time instead of reading all the instructions, wondering what to do, and being a little confused. So you start off by filling all your test tubes up to the 5 milliliter line, which is provided on there with your tank water. And I like to fill up 4 test tubes, one for ammonia, one for nitrates, nitrites, and pH. Did I say 4 or 5? So whatever I said before, I meant 5 because you're gonna need 2 for pH to get an accurate reading. So I'm just gonna fill them up to the line at each one. So before I actually drop anything into the water and test, you really want to shake up the bottles. And when I mean shake, I mean like your life depends on it, because the solution likes to settle at the bottom and it really like gets down there. So you really got to shake. So we'll do that first. So then after you finish shaking it, you're just gonna add the amount of drops that tells you on the bottle. And it's also in the instructions, but I feel like it's just easier in the bottle. You do bottle 1 first and then bottle 2, and it just like, it's pretty self-explanatory. So let's get that done. Also, when you drop it into the test tubes, you wanna do it completely upside down so you get even drops. So there's 8, bottle 1. And then you add 8 of bottle 2. Then we're gonna cap it and shake it up just so everything gets mixed up. So nitrite is the easiest to test since you only have to add 5 drops. So you just drop and then close it and mix it up just like the rest of them. And with nitrates and nitrites, you're actually going to want to wait a few minutes before it develops. So the reading that you see right away isn't the correct reading unless it stays that way. Same with nitrates, you just add the amount listed on the bottle, which is 10. So we start off with bottle 1 doing 10 drops. And then 10 with bottle 2. And these bottles do have a child lock, so you're going to want to push this to the right to lock it and left to be able to open it. Cap this one too. And mix it up just like the rest. And then the last 2 are for pH. They do have 2 bottles. One is a low end and one is a high end, which I like to test both of them just so I know it's an accurate reading. So this is a lower end bottle and this is a high. So you just follow the directions on the bottle. Add 3. There's 3, and then the high end you add 5. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes, just so everything develops. And then we can come back and analyze all our results. So I let everything sit for 20 minutes just to be safe, and then I got my chart out. It comes with the test, and then you're just gonna compare all your parameters to the colors and see what your tank is at, if it's cycled, if it crashed, or all of those things. So I'm gonna start with this one was ammonia. So you put it next to ammonia and just compare the color. I know it looks like a tinted green almost here, but in person it is a full yellow, which is 0, or at least very close to 0, which is where you want your tank to be if it is cycled, because ammonia is poisonous to fish, so you don't really want any levels of that in your tank. Moving on to nitrites, you also want 0 of nitrites as well. That shows your tank is cycled, which here it is, 0 there. If it's showing anything like around here, your tank's not cycled yet, and you're just gonna want to run it a little longer just so the bacteria has a chance to grow and take care of the nitrates. Nitrites. And then the last one is nitrates. Some nitrates are okay just as long as it's in the lower range. A higher range of nitrate can also be toxic to fish, so you're gonna want to take care of that with a water change or just adding some plants to lower your nitrates, because that is what they use to grow. So a little more complicated on the pH is why I test both ranges. Let me switch them, low and high, to get an accurate reading, because I mean sometimes you know you have softer water or harder water, but I like to test both just to be 100% accurate. So on the low one right here, it pretty much matches up with the 7.6, but only tests up to 7.6, so which means it could be higher. So with the higher range, it's showing more of a 7.8 or so. So if it's not at the lowest of the high or the highest of the low, you're gonna wanna go with whatever range it's going in here. So if this one's showing 6.6 and this one's 7.4, your pH is going to be 6.6. In this case, it's more 7.8, closer to these ones. So with the API test kit, it's not hard at all to test your water, and it's really accurate as well. It's what I use for all of my tanks, and it's worked for me, and it's very dependable. And the new one even comes with its own like case, which before it did not. For those of you guys who actually stayed to the end and saw how boring it was watching me testing my water, I am teaming up with API to do a giveaway of both the Master Test Kit for freshwater and a bottle of Stress Coat. The details on that are going to be available on my Instagram on Monday of this coming week, if I get it uploaded today, which is Thursday or Friday. Anyways, so you have a chance of winning both of these through my Instagram. It'll be shipped directly to you. I'll also include in the giveaway one of my Betta keychains, which you can find over at Coco Scribbles. I'll put it right here over on Instagram, and it's a custom keychain, so I'll make it to whatever fish or pet you want. So I'm actually gonna wrap this up so I can get going. I wanna go look at a few houseplants and maybe pick up some more fish for the 22 right up here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or turn on the little bell thing for notifications. Is that what people say nowadays? And follow the Instagram at the end of this video if you wanna get in on this giveaway. Bye everyone. So you start by filling all your test tubes